Hi, and welcome to House Blend on SCVTV. It's the place where mostly local musicians of all persuasions come to play their original material. You and I get to know them better when they join us for a little conversation. I'm Stephen K. Peeples, your House Blend host. Thanks for dropping in. Now, my special guest for the next half hour is an up-and-coming indie rock trio that's based in Echo Park, just west of downtown LA. They've recorded an EP and a single, and they've been making some noise on the LA club circuit. They're called Shine So Hard. In the studio with me right now are band members Mark Mason, K.L. Saltsman, and Tina Colson. Welcome to House Blend, y'all.
Thank you for having us.
Well, great. Well, now before we get to the first song, let's hear a little bit about your pre-Shine So Hard background. Starting with you, K.O.
I used to play around the Austin scene in the 90s. There were a lot of great bands then at the time. Some of them became quite popular, like Spoon and Fastball. So I cut my teeth there playing in clubs in Austin, and it was a great experience.
You went to UT too, didn't you?
I did. I got a degree in film, and that's why I do nothing now. So.
And Tina?
Yeah, well, I am a bass player, which I'm not doing today, but bass player to start. And I started, gosh, when I was 18, and I've just played around in, local bands, and been in LA for a long time, playing in certain bands here and with different artists, and then these guys found me, so.
And Mark, how about you?
Well, I went to recording school after high school, and I've been in a few different bands. Last band was called 7 Car Pileup, and we were in Arizona. We did, it was kind of a groove rock, very funky. So I wanted to do something more elaborate, more elegant. And so Kelly fit the bill perfectly, and we put together the band.
Maybe a little more structured, not so much jamming.
Yeah, a little more focused.
Cool. Now, and then you guys got together in 2011. Tell me the story about how these paths crossed and you guys connected.
I had been looking for someone to play with for quite a while that had the same sort of sensibility as I do. Got lucky and found Mark's ad that he had taken out on Craigslist.
Craigslist, that's pretty cool.
It appealed to me. I listened to the tracks he had posted and sent him an email. And next thing you know, we're sitting in my room in my house, and we were jamming, and it just worked.
And then in 2011, some months later, the two of you guys were friends, and you got together. And how did that tell us how that first jam worked out?
Well, we're oddly enough both photographers as hobbies. She's much better than I am, but she took pictures of a lot of the local musicians that I was taking pictures of, and we got to be friends. And then it was just like, oh, I'm in a band, and you play bass. So
and you needed one, and I was like,
synchronicity.
I'll do it.
Convenient.
Yeah,
do it.
It worked out well.
Why not?
Well, you have a few songs you're going to play for us on the show. And what's the first one going to be?
First one's going to be called Blame the Moon.
Yeah, what's the story behind that?
I had a riff, Mark had a melody, and a beautiful song happened.
Well, it can't get more simple than that. Yeah. That's great. All right, well, here's Shine So Hard on House Blend and Blame the Moon.
Sometimes the tide is high, sometimes the tide is low, but I don't blame the ocean, I blame the moon. Life will rise and fall, friends will come and go, but I don't blame you if you leave too soon. You float away. Please not now. Don't end the voice is rasp, but I won't stop. I won't let you leave. People come and go, but I won't let you leave. And don't blame me if this ends too soon. Scream out and I throw a light ring out. I wave my hands, but you float away. Please not now, don't end the song. Please not now, don't end the song. Not now, don't end the song. Please not now, don't end the song.
Blame the Moon, Shine So Hard. That's a tune from the indie trio's first EP, The Shoreline at Sunset, out in 2012. I'm Stephen K. Peeples, your House Blend host on SCVTV, and we're back on the set with Shine So Hard members Mark Mason, K.O. Saltsman, and Tina Colson. Now, Tina joined last, and what was it that you brought to the equation that was missing?
Vocals, for one. Mark was the only one that was singing prior to my arrival. So there was that. And
enthusiasm.
Melodic
Yay!
bass lines, really good melodic bass lines.
Well, I like the blend of the three voices. It sounds really good. And I think, the two males and the female voice, it sounds really nice.
Thank you.
So way to go. Now, the band name, I could take a wild guess, but Shine So Hard, what's the story behind that?
It's an Echo and the Bunnymen live EP.
Okay.
So me and Kelly love Echo and the Bunnymen a lot.
I do too.
She does. Yes.
For the record.
So when we were like throwing names around, it was like, well, Kelly brought up that and another one, and that was perfect. It was just like, yeah.
Now, and songwriting-wise, is there a particular way that you guys write? Do you guys bring individual songs and the other guys finish it off, or do you is it full collaboration or combination?
We have a few songs that Mark has brought in, and then other ones where I might have written the music for a verse and a chorus, and then Tina will add a bridge, and then Mark will work on a vocal melody, and then they just happen organically.
Great, so it is a true collaboration.
Oh,
yes,
yeah. That's
definitely.
good. That's
definitely.
good. Well, let's hear another song. What are we going to hear next? Semiotics, right?
That's right, yes.
Okay, what's the story behind that one?
Semiotics is the study of signs. So I know it seems a little cerebral, but it's essentially the idea of looking back at things that happened and going, I could totally see that was going to happen at that time. The writing was on the wall, so to speak.
Gotcha.
So just looking back at your life and saying, look at all those things I could have totally predicted if I was like paying attention. What's happening in my life now that has the same sort of thing? What can I look around and see? Oh, that's going to happen next.
Well,
so
very cool. Well, let's hear it right now on House Blend. Here's Shine So Hard and Semiotics.
What if push came to shove and you went away? Things that we had just couldn't stay. I knew that they would, but I never could say. It was the look in my eyes. What if all that I am was not meant to be, and all that I dreamed wandered from me? Knew that it would, but I never could say. It was the look in my eye. And if I knew then, what do I know now? And if I knew slip away. I know, you know, that there's nothing missing. Why do we pretend? I know, you know, why can't we see what will set us free? And if I knew then, what do I know now? And if I knew then, what do I know now?
Kelly.
And if I knew then, what do I know now? And if I knew then, what do I know now? That I won't let slip away.
Shine So Hard and Semiotics. That's a song the band's recorded but not yet released. And you heard it first right here on Houseblend. I'm Stephen K. Peeples, your Houseblend host on SCVTV, and we'll be back with band members Mark, K.O., and Tina right after this quick break.